Hey everybody, it's William. Welcome back to ACC. Today we're going to be driving the Audi R8 GT3 car around Barcelona. Probably the car I'm the most comfortable with, but we're doing a new track. Going to try and narrow it down to just a couple cars per track, and then maybe try and work something out for some special requests you guys have or anything like that. But yeah, just a little bit more streamlined, be able to hit more tracks, get more setups out there, all that jazz. Also, before we get into it, we're going to do standard hot lap and then setup walkthrough afterwards. But just reached 2,000 subscribers. I want to say thanks to everyone for all the support. It really does mean a lot. I'm doing this. I just want to try and help make people faster. Basically, there's a lot of paid options and stuff like that out there. YouTube, this is for free. It's for everyone. So if this does help you, or you do like this kind of thing, or want to support it, whatever, just a like, a subscribe, share it with your racing buddies or whatever. It does help a lot, and I really do appreciate it. So again, I just wanted to say thanks for that before we get into anything else. So I really appreciate it, guys. I'll stop wasting your time with this, but let's get on with the hot lap, and I'll be back with you to talk over the setup. Alright guys, so that was a hot lap around Barcelona in the Audi R8 GT3. Before I started, I was really just hoping to get down into a low 44. Managed to surprise myself and pull out a 143.806. Let's take a look at the laps here. So we started on the aggressive preset. I had a spin on this lap. It wasn't that bad. The aggressive preset is actually pretty darn good. And there are a lot more laps in here than just the 6. A lot of started and aborted laps, tweaking things as we ran through. You can see this 44 flat. This was with just some minor tweaks, and still was not the greatest lap. Still pretty good through the final sector, I must say, but not the greatest lap. And next one was a 43.9. I knew I could put it together and put together a little bit of a better lap for you guys. And we got this 43.806, only purple in one sector. Not too far off on the other ones though. So it is definitely faster. I am not a driving god or anything like that. So faster hands should go faster, but that's what I wound up with anyways. Let's get into the setup. So like I said, it started with the aggressive preset, just a little bit more camber on the front. Tire pressures are just to balance as it goes over the lap. A little bit higher in the front than the rear, just to help with traction. Probably could still go a little bit lower on the rear, but you just want to keep it balanced left and right. And then a lot more camber on the rear than what we started out with. it seems like Barcelona is just one of those tracks that it likes a lot of camber. It makes sense. There's a lot of corners. Onto the electronics, nothing too special here. Traction control on 2, ABS on 3, ECU map on 1. That's what I preferred. Brake pad compound on 1 for the front and the rear. Onto the suspension stuff. So anti-roll bar on the front, increased it to 2. Brake bias, I think I was changing this on the fly every single time. It should be 62.2, so don't pay attention to that first one. 62.2 is what I was running for the actual lap. I just forgot to save that in there. It's kind of annoying how it doesn't do that. Let's see, bump stop ranges decreased on the rear, just keep it a little bit more stable, a little less pitching around. Wheel rates increased all the way around. We're running quite a bit of downforce, want a nice stable aero platform. And then let's see, the anti-roll bar on the rear all the way soft as possible. So since we did increase the wheel rates, you can decrease the anti-roll bar if you want to get a little bit more mechanical grip out of it. If you were just going for the most stable aero platform you could possibly get, stiffer wheel rates and a stiffer anti-roll bar are going to make the most sense, but there are some really tight slow speed corners, and I do want to get a little bit more mechanical grip out of it, so softer on the rear for that one, and increased on the front just to give some stability on the turn-ins. Also preload differential, lowered that one quite a bit. Onto the dampers. Let's see, I played around with these quite a bit. The fast bump and rebound, both front and rear, I wound up decreasing these a lot. I was running with them a lot higher, but it just seemed like any time you hit one of the big curbs, the car was really predictable in the way it would handle a big bump like that. But unfortunately, what it decided it wanted to do was kill you every single time. It was very predictable though. So we decreased that so you can actually kind of run up on some of the curbs. You'll get like into traction control or anything like that if you try and abuse it too much. But it wasn't like an instant spin or like death wobble off of the curb or anything like that. And then the rest of it is just balancing the weight transfer around. Felt pretty good to me. I'm sure that there's room for improvement in this. There's a lot of different options you could go with and ways you could approach it, but this is pretty stable for me, so that's what I wound up with. Onto the aero. I'm pretty sure all I did here was lower the front ride height to 54. I think it started on 55, and then the brake ducts. So really, I didn't see any point on running around at 55. The track is really smooth. There's just massive curbs, and you're not going to raise the front up enough to just be able to, like monster truck over those curbs. So lowering it that little bit, just improve the aero on the front a little. Why not? So anyways, guys, that's the setup. Like I said, the aggressive preset was pretty good, just a little bit unstable for me overall, and managed to get into the kind of the goal range of where I wanted. Like I said, I'm sure you could go faster, but I was pretty happy with this. As always, guys, I'm just trying to do this, help you guys out, help me out, whatever, try and make everyone faster. It's kind of the goal. Do it. And you can help by just liking, subscribing, sharing this with your friends or whatever if you see somebody struggling, and maybe it'll help them out, maybe it won't. There's no harm if it doesn't. Like I said, it's free. It just takes a little bit of time to watch and all that. So anyways, guys, I appreciate it, and I hope I'll catch you on the next one.